Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Doing Holdings. We are the manufacturer of the waste solar panel, PCB board, recycling equipment. Well, today we're going to share how can circuit board be treated in the environmental friendly way. Well, we will share about our technique and how to choose board recycling equipment, which kind of circuit board that can be recycled and where we can recycle, what kind of products we can recover, and how about the sales market, how to get the certificate, like this kind of questions we will have to communicate. If you want to know more about our equipment, you can contact with us. We are the manufacturer of this kind of equipment. Well, we don't only have the circuit board recycling equipment, we also have the solar panel recycling machine, the lithium battery recycling equipment, and also we have the pyrolysis plant to recycle the waste tire, waste plastic, and also we have the equipment to recycle the agricultural waste like the coconut shell, clam shell, and so on. And we are the manufacturer, so we have our own factory. It's in Henan province. You can come here to see about the technique, and also you can send your raw material to our factory. We can have an experiment about the separation rate. This is the one of the equipment that to recycle the solar panel machine. You can have a look at this. It includes the crushing, separation compartment. Also, we have the pre-process step to remove these kind of components just on the surface of the circuit board. This is the kind of products we will introduce. That which kind of the circuit board we can recycle, and what kind of products we can get, and about the processing line. We have a 3D video of this. Here is 3D video. We can first look at this and to know more about the technique, get more clear about this. This is based on 500 kilogram per hour. The basic process includes the shredding, 2 steps of the crushing, and the ID vibrating screen to control the particle sizes, and the separation by the air separator and the electrostatic separator. The first is the crushing step. Well, the scrap PCB board will put into this hammerhead, the crushing step. And then we can get the particles. This is to control the sizes to 8 to 10 millimeter and have a screen on the bottom. And then they will go into the magnetic separator to separate the iron automatically. Well, this is an optional device. If the bare board have no iron, you don't need to have this. And then this is a second crusher, different from the first crusher. This is a hammer blade crusher, hammer plate type. Well, the material of the hammer plate is the high strength magnetic steel. Also have the screen on the bottom to control the material to 2 to 3 millimeter. And then this is ID vibrating screen, also for controlling the material sizes. There's the screen in the medium, and the screen is usually 20 mesh. Well, above the screen, the bigger particles will go back to the crusher to break again. And below the screen, the smaller particles will go to the next separation part. And here is the dust collecting process, the post-dust collector. Then this is the air separation. The air separation machine have the screen, and just by using the vibration and the wind blowing to separate different particles like this. And here is the second separation rate. Goes too so fast. Second separation rate, that by using electrostatic to separate the copper and the resin fiber. Yeah, let's start from the very beginning. Well, the raw material we need to feed is the bare board. So we need to remove the components on the surface of the bare board. But if your purpose to start this business is not to recycle the materials and sold later, it's just to ruin the information in the PCB board, well, it's not necessary to have this. Just the components removing machine, the melting machine. And this is the first crusher to put it into the first crusher to crush to 8 to 10 millimeter, just nearly 1 centimeter. And it's by throwing the magnetic separator and into the second crusher. Just in the very beginning, we have a double shaft shredder. Yeah, this is a double shaft shredder. This is a first shredding step. An optional device. Usually, our capacity that's higher than 1 ton each hour, or the bigger machine just need to have this. Then it will go into the crusher and separator. So it's quite easy to understand, just to shred them to the particles, and then we will go into the separation step to separate different final products. And then what kind of products we can get, and what is the technique? Okay, let's see by building a catalog to see. Here is the detailed introduction of our products. It includes the capacity, our processing details, and final products, application of the products, and so on. Well, the processing capacity is we have just from 100 kilogram to 2 ton per hour. Well, but if you need a larger one or a smaller one, you can also contact with our engineer. All the machine can be customized. And then the separation rate of the whole processing line, we can reach to 99%. Just all the different kind of products we can separate clearly. And about the application fields, most of our customers start this business is to recycle these circuit board and can get the metals, resin fiber in it. But some of the customers, they bought this is to destroy the data inside the PCB board. If your purpose is the first one to just destroy the information inside, then it's not necessary to get the first preprocessing step, the dismelting machine, to remove the components outside. But if you want a good quality of the final products, the metals and resin fiber, so it's just that you remove the components on the surface first, or just the components they can sell directly at a different size, the different price. And then about the metals and resin fiber, they will be more clear and can sold in more higher prices. Okay, and this is the two final products. And about the applications, just for reference, you can see about the metals, you can sold them directly, or you can extract the gold or other precious metals inside. And about the resin fiber, can be the raw material of the building bricks, the ground painting, or wood plastic products. This is the two kind of the products. Well, our equipment is no water, no chemical or gas during the process. It's all physical production. So you don't need to worry about the pollution. The only pollution we have is the dust, and we possessed with post-dust collector. And maybe you will worry about the noises. You don't need to worry. Well, noises is just under 85 decibel. So it's totally friendly to the environment. Here is the structure of our equipment, same as the 3D video, but for different capacity, while the machine is kind of different. Well, like only we have the 10 kilogram, just sort of showing the 3D video. Many capacity are available. Like we have the 100 kilogram per hour, which can process about 1 ton per day. Well, if your material is just want to process 100 kilogram per hour, it consists with the belt conveyor, 2 crusher, and ID vibrating screen, electric separator, and the dust collector. Just we don't need the first shredder and don't need the air separator. And like if your material you need to process like 200 to 300 kilogram, then the basic configuration is the same as 100 kilogram. Well, the only difference is the first crusher is a hammer head crusher, not hammer plate. The first one, the first capacity 100 is 2 hammer plate crusher. We will show you about the difference later. And like if you have the 2 ton of the PCB board recycling machine processing line, it includes the shredder, 2 lines of the crusher, 1 is hammer head, 1 is hammer plate, and the ID vibrating screen, 4 lines of the air separator and the electrostatic separator, and also the dust collector. So it's kind of different. Well, just for reference about this configurations. Well, if you want to know more cleared capacity and the configuration plan, you can contact with us in the just by the WhatsApp or by the email, by telephone, WeChat. You can contact with us. So if you want to know more information, you can just send a private message to us in the background. So our assistant will just send your information to our sales manager, and then they will give you the answer. If you need our catalog or the quotation or other information, you can also contact with us. Okay, here is it. Well, first is the belt conveyor. First, the belt conveyor to send the bare board to the shredder, and the first is a hammer, the double shaft shredder to crush the particles first to 3 to 5 centimeter, and then they will also go by using the belt conveyor to the hammer head crusher. Well, it's used the magnetic just use the magnesium metal, and it's just directly to crush them to nearly 8 to 10 millimeter. Then the material will go through the magnetic separator to separate the iron, because the type of the iron is just a different size, and the iron is much more cheaper than other metals. So we always to separate them, or it will just have influence over the metals prices. And also the iron may have a damage to the second hammer blade crusher. The hammer blade crusher is very sharp. If you have the iron, it may just have an influence of the service life. So the first we need to have the magnetic separator. Well, this is optional device. If your material don't have the iron, or you don't want, you can choose this. And then the hammer crusher, the second crusher, to separate the particles to 2 to 3 millimeter. And then by using the ID vibrating screen, we can't see the cursor here today. Can you see it? Oh yeah, there's the cursor. Here is the ID vibrating screen. The ID vibrating screen that's to control the material sizes. Well, in the middle of the device is a 20 mesh screen. Well, the sizes that do not reach to this 20 mesh size standard of the material will go back to the crusher, the hammer blade crusher, to crush again, and the material that can go through the screen will go to the air separator and the electrostatic separator separate them. This is the air separator. Here, the air separator to separate the metals and iron, and this machine, the separation rate is 97%. Okay, and also we can process one electrostatic separator. Have the bucket elevator to feed the material, including many small hoppers inside. Well, this is differences of the machine with other machine. Just other way maybe is the wind conveyor to feed the raw material. Well, if the wind is too strong, it may suck up to the particles, and our bucket elevator to just transport the material is more evenly, which can just increase the separation rate. While electrostatic separator sort the metals and the resin fiber based on their electricity conductivity. So it has the electronic nuts and the roller inside. After change with the electricity, the metals will be thrown out, and the resin fiber will sit on the roller and be scrubbed off when rolling to the bottom. So then they will come out from the different axes. This is a principle. Okay, and for the electrostatic separator, the separation rate can reach to 99%. So this is a whole production line with a high quality, is more automatically, and can reach to a high standards of the separation rate. Here is the equipment advantages. The first is the 99% of the separation rate and its environmental protection. We possessed with the purification device, the post dust collector, cyclone dust collector to collect the dust. So you can see the workshop. Here the workshop of our line is very clean. It's not very dirty, no dust. Okay, and all the equipment is just physical production, so there are no gas we need to purify and emission. There are no catalytic to need to deal with. There are no water waste, no noises during the production. Wide application. That is because different type of the circuit board we can also recycle, like the computer board, the mobile board to use, or can be used by this. Here it is a detail of the processing line, more clear to know how it looks like and what it's used for. You see it clearly? Well, if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. We are doing Holdings, the manufacturer of the processing line to process the circuit board. The first, where is this cursor? Oh, here. The waste circuit board. Then they will use the dismelting machine to remove the electronic components and their bare board. So the components, we can solder them directly. They have some value size, like the chips, the wires, the capacitors, the resistors inside. So this is the components. We can sell them directly with good prices. Well, we need to attention that it is very important to get control the temperature in a good temperature. Or maybe like the ultimate temperature is 180 to 200 degree. Well, if it is lower than 180 degree, it may be possible to just not be possible to strip the sand completely. So the component may not just fall off completely. And if it's more than 200 degree, well, the board may be scorched and the sales price may be affected. So it's something that we need to attention about the temperature. We can use the gas or electricity to get the heating of this. And then the material will go into the shredding machine to shred them. The first is the hammerhead shredder. It's usually an optional device. More than 500 kilogram per hour are more common to possess this. Well, the blade is very durable and is used for maybe 2 to 3 years. And then the second is a hammer head crusher. Well, first is the hammer head crusher, which uses the magnetic material and to crush the particles to 8 to 10 millimeter. There is a screen in the bottom to control the sizes. And then between the two crusher, we can use a magnetic separator to remove the iron automatically. It is also an optional machine too. So if the process of the bare board with no iron, so you don't need to have this machine. It is to guarantee the quality of the metals because the iron is much more cheaper than the copper, the aluminium, and so on. And then the hammer crushing machine, and the second crusher, it's kind of different with the first one. This is a hammer plate type. While the material of the hammer plate is high strength magnetic steel, so it's also the screen to the bottom and to control the sizes to 2 to 3 millimeter. And then the blue one, here the blue one is the shaving, or we called we called the ID vibrating screen to control the material sizes. Well, there is a screen in the bottom, in the middle of 20 mesh. Well, if the material cannot go through this screen, they will go back to the hammer crushing step to crush again. And then if the material can go through this 20 mesh screen, they will go to the air separation rate device and the electrostatic separation device to separate them, to separate the metals and the resin fiber. Here, this is the air separation rate. Well, this is the screen. We use the vibration and the wind blower. When the material will come upon the screen will vibrate. And meanwhile, the wind will blow from the below. So the weight of the metals and the resin fiber is different, and it will separate the different material. The heavier copper, the heavier metals will just fall down in the bottom and go through the anode exit, and the resin fiber will go through the higher exit. Then this is the electrostatic separation rate by using the principle of the copper, the metals, and the resin fiber is different electricity conductivity and to separate them. Okay, and this is a dust removal machine and a safety device. Well, this is called the pulse dust collector. We also have a cyclone dust collector to collecting the bigger dust. While the pulse dust collector is mainly capture the smaller dust. It has a high absorption ability filtering bag inside. And the filtering bag can be used for 2 to 3 years. Also have an air compressor, which can remove the dust in the bag automatically. So we don't need to clean them frequently. And also with the cyclone dust collector and the pulse dust collector, the collecting rate can reach to 99.5%. So don't need to worry about the dust, and it's very durable. Don't need to change it frequently, so it can save your consumptions just during the business. And this is the equipment details. Like first is the double shaft shredder, which is more feasible of the high capacity of our machine. This is the first pre-processing step to crush the material to 3 to 5 centimeter, and its blade material is the H13 alloy with high hardness, high toughness, and can just longer use time to prolong the service life. Don't need to change it very frequently. And the second is a hammer crusher. This is the second hammer crusher, the hammer blade crusher with good 6-5 manganese alloy with good toughness. It is just especially used to separate the iron, to crush the metals. And then there's two separator. The first is the electrostatic separator with high electrostatic separation technology, separation with high separation rate to 99%. The principle is the metals and the resin fiber is with different electricity conductivity. And the second air separator was a little bit lower than the electrostatic separator of separation rate. But if your capacity of your business is very large, it's necessary to have this two kind of the separator. This is adopt Italian air suspension principle, and the separation rate can reach to 97 to 98. It's very easy to operate. Principle is the quality of the products is different, and by using vibration, by using the wind blowing to separate them. Okay, and the pulses collector, which pulse valve can clean dust automatically. This is the don't need to just change the bag inside frequently, and the removing rate can reach to 99.5. So our machine is all very environmental friendly, very automatically is with high quality. So if you want to know more information, you can contact with us. Any questions you have, you can leave in the comment section, or if you want to know more information about our catalog, our price list, our to be customized, depends on your materials, you can contact with our sales manager. You can leave your contact ways to us privately, send a private message to us, and our sales manager will contact with you immediately. Here is the certificates of our machine. Like we have iOS and the just different certificates in different continents. Now we have our customers in all over the world, more than 120 countries. We have a good reputation in this industry. So you can see here, like our machine's feedback. They tell us the machine running well, and it's very professional of our engineer. Our engineer will go to your factory to help you to install, operate the machine at the very beginning, and you can give the training to your workers, help them to more faster to control this machine. Here is the company profile. Well, our name is the Henan Doing Environmental Protection Technology, a subsidiary of Henan Holdings. This is the branch company that are just professional to build these environmental friendly device that to recycle different waste by using different technique. That like for example, one of the main products is the pyrolysis plant, that by using the heating pyrolysis principle that can turn the waste tire, waste plastic, oil sludge into the flue oil and carbon black and syngas. It's good, and it's very high profit of this market. And also we have this like to recycle the circuit board like today's introduced, and to recycle the solar panel by using a similar technique, and the lithium battery also by using this physical processing technique. That also is very popular because we have this waste every day, and will not this industry will not just disappear. They're all the waste every day, and it's very more and more popular by using this kind of e-waste, like the lithium battery in cars, in mobile phones, and so on, and solar panels, this new energy. So if you need, or if you want to know more information about this industry, you can contact with us. Our sales manager can contact with you and give you our catalog. Yeah, this is let's go on. We are the comprehensive environmental protection machinery manufacturing company, integrating consulting, R&D, manufacturing, installation, and after-sale service. Well, we not only possess an independent technology R&D team who have obtained a number of utility model patents and invention patents, but also have a professional manufacturing team and after-sales team to guarantee your product's quality and user experience. The main products we have the waste metals, electronic waste, separation and recycling equipment like the waste cableware recycling machine, PCB board recycling machine, radiator recycling, aluminium plastic, and also the solar panel recycling machine, lithium battery recycling equipment. Here are some other products just for reference. This is the project cases all over the world, and now we have our customers more than 120 countries, so it's very convenient for you to visit our cases and to see more details of our technique. If you need this service, you can contact with us. You can leave your WhatsApp number, your email to us privately. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately. And here is our service. We include the pre-sale service, on-sale service, and after-sale service. About the pre-sale service, you can visit our processing factory. It's in the middle of China, in Henan province. You can come here and to see the details, how we built our machine, what materials we use, how about the technique to prolong the service life, and to have higher quality. And you can contact with our engineer. We have one-to-one device configuration scheme for you. All the machine can be customized. And the plan of the equipment placement side is also serviced by our engineer. You can give the 3D payment of your workshop, and then we will just design about the equipment placement side. And the on-sale service, you can check the production of the machine and communicate with equipment manufacturing process. After the machine be delivered, we will tell you or give you a detailed of the manufacturing manual, and which parts, which equipment that you need to buy before we have the installation process. And about the after-sale service, that is most of our customer concerned. We have 1-year warranty and guide equipment installation and debugging, also by our engineer. Like some of the countries, we have our local engineer. Then it's more convenient to come to your workshop to have this service. But if we don't have the local engineer in your workshop, our engineer from China will go to your countries and help you to finish them. Also, we have the technical training. to train your workers and to tell them how to control the machine correctly, be more fast to start the business. Okay, any questions you have? Okay, we have the 3D video. We have the live show every day. You can follow us, and any questions you have, you can just send the private message to us. I can answer you. Here is the machine. You can have a look, be more clear to know what it looks like and what it's used for. Here it is the electrostatic separator. You can see about the sizes to separate the metals and iron. And this is a feeding step by using the belt conveyor to feed the bare board to the hammer crusher. This is hammer head crusher. And in the middle of this rolling machine is the magnetic separator to separate the iron. This in the left here, this colorful one, is the control, the center that can just control the machine automatically. So we only need 1 or 2 workers in the feeding step is enough. And also in this collecting step, it's very labor saving. This is one material about these mixed metals. Here are the resin fiber. And then they will go into this electrostatic separator to separate them. Okay, and we'll be more clear about our processing line. If you want to visit our workshop is in Jiaozuo City, Henan Province in China. You can see about how we built of this machine and be more clear about the whole production line. This is the 3D video of our equipment. To process the circuit board. Okay, let's see about here it is just before the bare board feed them, we need to remove the components. So by using this smelting machine here, put the board inside this, and by using the heat of like 180 to 20, and then by vibration, the thing will be just soft and it is easy to just fall off about these components just on the board. Here we use the heating by electricity or the gas, while the same soldering on the PCB board will be melted at the same time, just along with the rolling of the roller will rolling, and the PCB board will just collide it with each other, and then the components will be fall off. This is a principle. We need to attention that temperature may just need to control to 180 to 200 degree. This process is to improve the quality of the products, to guarantee the quality. Because the components is kind of different with the metals, and the resin fiber may have some other materials, so it's better for us to remove them. And the components, we can sew them. Just sew them directly for a good price, have some some valuable things inside, like the chips, or the capacitors. We can also use them to just pyrolysis or other things. Let's be faster. Feed the material inside this the melting machine. All we use is the physical production, so there are no waste. But if you chose this melting machine, then they have some kind of heating. But all they are also physical production. It's more easy to just remove the thing, and by using the collet, that's more easy to follow. Glide, sorry, and then we open the control center. Then here is the final products. It's a more environmental friendly ways, because like the PCB board, we can't just if we just burn them, bury them, they must have the pollution. But by using this, we can recycle this kind of metals, kind of valuable things inside the particles, and also there are no waste during our production, with a high value, and it's environmental friendly. About where can we recycle? We can just recycle at the home application, the accessibility recycling center, or the circuit board factory, or the waste goods trading center, or like some of our customers will just recycle them in the circuit board factory, like to have the waste used of the circuit board. Maybe 1 or 2 circuit board factory, we can give the whole apply of the this machine, this business. And then we got this bare board. You can see it's very clean. All the components is full of. Then the board, we can just crash them. Then they will fall off, and the board will, by using the belt conveyor to this separator, the crusher, shredder, separator, to have the further production. Okay, then we are clear how we can just remove the components. Then that is it to have the processing. First, by using the shredder to crush them to 3 to 5 centimeter. This is a hammerhead crusher. The green one the 2-shaft shredder. Sorry, the green one is a 2-shaft shredder to shred them. It is suitable for high capacity, and then they will go into the crusher. This is a pre-processing step. And then to the crusher. Well, to process a PCB board, we have 2 crushers. The first is the hammerhead plate type, and second is the hammer blade type. This is hammerhead type, more hard, with high strength, and to control the material size to 8 to 10 millimeter. And then we will go through the magnetic separator to separate the iron. Then the particles will go to the second crusher, the hammer plate type. Well, the material of the hammer plate is the high strength of the magnetic steel. Also has a screen in the bottom to control the material to 2 to 3 millimeter. And then they will go to the ID vibrating screen, also for controlling the sizes. Inside is the 20 mesh screen. If the particle can't reach to the standard, we'll go back to the crusher, and if it can go through this 20 mesh screen, they will go to the separator. We process with the post-dust collector that can collect the dust, so to ensure that our workshop is very clean. And then this is the air separator, have the screen and the blower. When the material comes upon the screen vibrates, and meanwhile the wind blows from the below. So the weight of the material and the resin fiber is different, so they will just separate it under the wind and vibration. Here it is the electrostatic separator by using the different electricity conductivity of different material to separate them. The separation rate can reach to 99.5%. This is also a machine that's running, and other project cases. It's more clear. You can see here is a board that's with the components. This customer's purpose is to just ruin the information, to damage the data in the PCB board, so they don't process with the smelting machine. Put the raw material into the the double shaft shredder, and then get the particles with 3 to 5 centimeter. And this is a magnetic separator to separate the iron. Here is iron, because you can see this side is different. Or if you don't separate them, they may have a damage of the hammer blade, and also its influence about the prices of the metals. This gray one here, this one is the ID vibrating screen, and this is air separator. We can separate the metals. Inside is the copper, aluminium, and so on. This air separator by using vibration and wind blowing. Here is the resin fiber. Well, the resin fiber's quality depends on the different mesh. We can have a deep processing to crush them to smaller mesh that can be more easier, or can fit to can just sell them at a higher prices. Okay, have you have any questions of our equipment? We are Doing Group, the manufacturer of the waste PCB board, waste solar panel, waste lithium battery recycling equipment. Here is the catalog of our machine. If you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. Our live show will have an end in several minutes. Yeah, we are the manufacturer. If you want to come to our factory to visit, you can contact with our sales manager. Yeah, you can leave your WhatsApp number, your email in the comment section, or you can send a private message to us, a direct message to us. Then we will contact with you give you our information. Just when you want to start this business, you must to compare with different manufacturers to know their technique. So you can come to our factory, or we can send you the information to tell you. So we suggest that you can see the factory to not only to see the production and the manufacturing process, or see the processing flow, how to operate the sorting efficiency, but also to examine the strengths of the manufacturer. So to see that it have the engineering team, it have the own technology, can help you to installation, and about after sales service. It's very important. Just shows a reliable manufacturing generally have their own technical team, or the drawing, technology development, the production team, and the installation of the cell just guidance. So it will have more to quality, to prolong your service life, and to reduce your consumptions just during the production. Okay, some of the market, they may sell is the not the manufacturing. They may the middleman, the traders, but they don't have the after-sale service, and the machine can't be customized because the different type of the machine, different materials, they may have kind of different of the design of the device. So this is the some information of us. We are the manufacturer. We have our own engineering team and our after-selling team. If you want to visit our factory, you can come to China, or we have our project cases in more than 120 countries. So it's very convenient for you to visit. If you want to visit our project cases, you can contact with us. Okay, here is some application fails. Destroy the data to just destroy the information in the circuit board. And then if you want to recycle or reuse them, it's better to remove the components on the surface and then to feed the baseboard into this processing line, and then we can get the metals and resin fiber and also the components. Then here is the metals and resin fiber, the two final products. We can sell them directly or extract gold inside, or the other precious metals. About the resin fiber, different mesh they can use for different ways, like the building bricks, grinding painting, or the wood plastic products. Okay, welcome to our live show. Our live show will have an end in maybe several seconds. We're doing group that's founded in 2011. By now we have development to 7 subsidiaries and almost 40,000 square meters of the manufacturing areas. Our factory is in Jiaozuo City, Henan Province. Mainly provide 4 lines of the environmental equipment, including e-waste recycling machine, tire pyrolysis machine, and the carbonation machine, the separation and the crushing and separation machine. Also like the cooking oil processing machine, a starch processing machine, and so on. Several lines, more than 4 lines. So if you want to get more information, welcome to follow us, welcome to contact with us. Okay, if there are no more any other questions, time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching today. Have a nice day. Next week, we'll introduce about the solar panel recycling machine. Welcome to come to this live show. Okay, goodbye.